Ever found yourself staring blankly at your Lightspeed account, wondering how on earth to update your bank details? You're not alone. It's a common question, and one that can cause a bit of panic if you're not sure where to look. Getting paid is kind of important, right? So, if you've recently switched banks or maybe just want to direct your Lightspeed payouts to a different account, this video is for you. We're going to walk through the process step by step, making it super easy to update your bank account information in Lightspeed. No more scrambling, no more guessing, just clear, concise instructions to get you back on track. Now, before we dive into the specifics, let's talk a little bit about why this is so important. Obviously, you want to get paid, but outdated bank information can lead to all sorts of headaches. Think about it. Delayed payments, bounced transactions, and a whole lot of back and forth with customer support. Nobody wants that. Keeping your bank details up to date in Lightspeed ensures smooth, uninterrupted transactions, so you can focus on what matters most running your business. We're going to cover a couple of different scenarios just to make sure we've got you covered. First, we'll look at how to change your bank account if you're the account owner or an authorized user with the necessary permissions. Then we'll briefly touch on what to do if you're not an authorized user and need to make a change. Spoiler alert, it involves contacting your account administrator. Alright, let's jump into the Lightspeed interface. The first thing you'll want to do is log into your Lightspeed account. Make sure you're using the correct login credentials. Once you're in, you should see your main dashboard. Now, the exact layout might vary slightly depending on which Lightspeed product you're using, whether it's retail, restaurant, or e-com, but the general principle is the same. We're looking for the Settings or Account Management section. Usually, this is located in a menu, often represented by a gear icon, your initials, or something similar. It might be in the top right corner, the sidebar, or even at the bottom of the page. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with your specific Lightspeed interface. Don't worry if it's not immediately obvious. We'll point you in the right direction. Once you've found the Settings menu, click on it. A drop-down or a new page should appear with various options. We're looking for something related to account, payment, billing, or financial. The wording might be slightly different, but it will be something along those lines. Scan the options carefully. Sometimes it's nested under a submenu, so you might have to click on a main category first. For example, you might see account settings, and then within that, you'll find payment processing or bank accounts. Don't be afraid to explore a little. Just make sure you don't accidentally change anything you're not supposed to. Now, let's assume you've found the right section. You should see a list of your current payment methods or bank accounts. If you've already added a bank account, it will be displayed here. If this is the first time you're setting up your payment information, this section might be blank. To add a new bank account or change an existing one, look for a button that says Add Bank Account, Edit, or Manage Bank Accounts. Again, the wording might be slightly different depending on your Lightspeed version. Click on that button. You'll now be presented with a form to fill out. This is where you'll enter your new bank account details. You'll typically need the following information: the name of your bank, your account number, and your routing number. Sometimes you might also need to provide the bank's address. Double-check all of this information carefully. Typos can lead to delays or even failed transactions. It's always a good idea to have your bank statement or a check handy so you can verify the numbers. Once you've entered all the required information, click the Save or Submit button. Lightspeed might ask you to confirm your changes or go through a verification process. This is a security measure to protect your account. They might send a small test deposit to your new bank account, which you'll then need to confirm in your Lightspeed account. This helps ensure that the bank account information you've entered is correct. Now, let's talk about what happens if you're not authorized to make these changes. Perhaps you're an employee and only the owner or manager has access to the financial settings. In this case, you'll need to reach out to your account administrator. They'll be able to make the necessary changes for you. The best way to do this is usually through internal communication channels, like email or a company messaging system. Explain to your administrator that you need to update the bank account information and provide them with the new details. They'll then be able to log in and make the changes on your behalf. It's also a good idea to follow up after a few days to make sure the changes have been implemented correctly. This will help prevent any potential payment issues down the line. One last thing to keep in mind. Lightspeed might have specific deadlines for updating your bank information. If you're expecting a payment soon, it's crucial to make the changes well in advance to avoid any delays. Check your Lightspeed documentation or contact their support team for more information about payment schedules and deadlines. So that's it. Changing your bank account in Lightspeed is a relatively straightforward process, as long as you know where to look. Remember to double-check all your information, and if you're not an authorized user, reach out to your account administrator. Keeping your bank details up to date is essential for smooth and timely payments, so it's definitely worth taking the time to get it right. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.